Hey everybody, welcome back for more Lords of Shadow. We're finishing up Chapter 3 today.
Hard to get to this point, and now he faces his stiffest challenge. The Dark Lord of the Lycans must be defeated if Gabriel stands any chance of bringing his beloved back. I fear he will suffer more than he knows once he discovers the truth, and yet his hatred and burning desire for revenge cannot be underestimated. He has the gauntlet, and he has Gandolfi's weapon. He is a force that even the Dark Lord will struggle to deal with. Good. Soon he will overcome this evil. Soon the world will be free of the Lords of Shadow, and plans long dreamt of will come to fruition. Go, my friend, go and break this creature once and for all.
What gave you that idea?
I don't know. Maybe it's the mass murder he's always engaged in.
Also, the ultimate close-up, I just want you to know.
Oh, please turn back around.
Milk this for everything it's worth, too.
He's so bashful. He doesn't want to look straight at the camera.
If I wanted to be a dick, I'd do the Jesus ray right now towards the camera and blind you all, but instead I'll just give you epilepsy.
Oh, God damn it. What's wrong with you?
Like I say, this is a turn for the better, man. This stage consists of nothing but a boss fight, and it's actually really fun. This is probably the toughest boss in the game.
I have come to fulfill the prophecy.
My acolytes were not lying. A warrior from the Brotherhood, here on Lycan soil. I wonder, warrior, if you know where you are, and who I am.
I am on desecrated land, and you, and those of your clan, do not deserve to live.
You say you are here to fulfill a prophecy.
You and the other Lords of Shadow are protecting a power in your sanctuaries. I have come to reclaim that power.
You, alone, you dare enter my inner sanctum and dictate your petty mortal terms to me. I am immortal, little man. And your pathetic prophecy is known to me. But you are ignorant. Ignorant of the real truth of your situation.
It is you who are ignorant. Ignorant of the pain and suffering you have brought to this land.
Hear me. Many centuries ago, 3 great warriors founded the Brotherhood of Light, the order to which you belong. Their sole purpose was to serve God and defeat the devil. For decades, the founders fought fiercely against the spawns of Satan, and finally tipped the equilibrium in God's favor. Such was their commitment to the crusade, that their studies in holy enlightenment led them to 3 sacred places, where the power of God converged with such intensity that it forged a bridge between the spiritual and the real. The founders used that power to purify themselves, abandoning their human forms and transforming them into spiritual beings whose power was second only to God's.
You tell me nothing that I did not already know, beast.
Little did they realize that what they left behind were not their carcasses devoid of souls, but instead the dark sides of themselves. Don't you see? That is how we came to be. We, who you call the Lords of Shadow.
No. You lie.
This place is where one of your founders ascended into heaven, and where I was born. This is the place where, according to your prophecy, a warrior of light will reclaim the power of my beloved brother in heaven, and I too will diminish. If that were to occur, he would die with me, because we are still the same being, he and I still connected. Kill me, and you kill him. Kill us all, and you will kill the sentry founders of your own order. Ah, brother. Even you have to smile at the irony of it all. Perhaps he is willing to sacrifice himself for you. For the greater good. I, however, am not. I am Cornell.
Okay. Cornell. He hits very hard, he's very fast, and it's pretty much hand-to-hand, as you can see. 2 hits, and, well, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The problem with this one, this first phase of the battle here, his unblockable attacks is the same one as one of his normal attacks, so it's hard to tell, and he does them so fast that it's really hard. So if you're going to perfect block or sync block this guy, you really have to know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're probably going to get yourself hurt. Also, Jesus Ray to blind it, because why not? It's not really effective on him for whatever reason.
Oh, he's a Lycan. He has good eyesight? I don't know. He seems more like Thor, more than a Lycan.
That is a horrible reference, and I really wish you hadn't used it, but you're right. The Dark Gauntlet normally is pretty strong, but not against this guy. And it normally interrupts attacks, but not this guy. Anyway, you know, you can use your explosive daggers and your silver daggers and everything, or the dark crystal, but they really don't damage this form enough, so you're best off just, until you really get his pattern down, rolling around and dodging him is enough. You know what I'm saying? Attack when you can. Other than that, yeah, he's kind of a pain in the ass.
I was about to say, it doesn't seem like you ever really have an opening to attack unless you do parry his attacks.
Honestly, you're only going to have enough time if you don't parry for about 1 or 2 swings maybe, and then he'll go into a block or he'll start to do another attack. And something interesting too, like the Black Knight, if you just block one of his normal attacks and don't parry it, it'll still damage you for like half its normal damage. So, yeah, sync blocking is a very dangerous way to go about this guy. You're better off just rolling around, because he can hardly ever hit you if you keep rolling. Run away, Gabriel, run away.
You know, I'm actually kind of impressed. This is a big step up in difficulty.
It is, and I mean, it requires you to, for the most part, utilize the combat system here in the way that it's meant to be used. It's not just another QTE fest. I hope you're not used to this either, by the way, because most of the other bosses are huge QTE fests.
Oh, hell no. I'm expecting the worst as soon as this is over.
This is literally about the best boss fight in the game that I can think of, save from maybe 1 or 2.
And you did mention this is his first form, I believe.
Yes, which we're about to see now. Another cutscene, of course. And, well, maybe we will. Sooner or later. After we knock down that last sliver of health. There we go. That face, the body, the design on the body, everything is great. The face, what were they thinking?
That face kind of takes away from the whole thing a bit.
It does. Okay. So Cornell's second form is very fast and very strong. You saw I had that dash move there, which, I don't know, all his attacks deal ungodly amounts of damage here. You can sync block every one of his attacks except for the dash and one of his hand swipes, regardless of the little Q for an unblockable attack. That's, I don't know what it is with this boss fight, but that's a jip here, because you can actually block it. If you don't block it, however, even if or sync block it, I should say, you're going to get hurt very badly, which like the first form, the best way to go about this is just to roll. But you know, that's if you want to take the long way. There is a much quicker way to drain this guy's health.
Oh.
You remember those not-so-useful explosive daggers from the first form?
Yeah.
Well, if you have enough shadow magic and enough daggers, you can... Like right now I have 20. You can drain this guy's health down about halfway with nothing but shadow daggers. Or explosive daggers. Yeah, look at that.
That's pretty crazy.
And that's missing a few as well. The crazy thing about it, too, is that if you sync block one of his attacks, the amount of your sync meter that gets charged up depends on the strength of the attack. Considering this guy hits pretty hard, sync blocking one attack is enough to fully charge it, basically.
I did notice he would kill you in 2 to 3 hits. You got hit by everything.
Yeah, and the trial for this guy is actually pretty interesting because you're not allowed to use light magic, which means no healing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that can actually make it pretty difficult.
You know, I agree with you. This fight's pretty cool.
It is, and it's not a QTE in sight. Also, we're about to enter his third and final phase, which is kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. He separates all that red gunk into these statues here, and now he is immune. He's immortal, basically. You can't hurt him or anything like that, so we have to destroy the statues. Each statue, starting with one hit, progressively takes one more hit to destroy than the previous one. This gets pretty tedious because it can eventually catch up to you. Really, once you get down to where they're taking about 5 hits or more, just alternate between them, otherwise you're going to have to deal with Cornell as well. So just keep moving. You can also take these things out with explosive daggers if you have enough shadow magic, which is the easiest way to do it.
I did notice he regenerated a little bit of his life.
Yeah, if you leave him alone, he'll actually regenerate some of his life, but also, too, once you destroy one of the statues, it stuns him temporarily, too. Also, killing all the statues, the final QTE fest.
Well, there had to be one.
Of course. Because, I mean, it's Gabriel Belmont. Pretty much, whenever you see, like, a close-up cutscene of Gabriel Belmont's face, you can cue yourselves in for 2 things. 1, something's about to die, and 2, it's going to be through a QTE. Those are like the 2 golden rules of Lords of Shadow, and we're going to beat the shit out of him with that massive hammer. Because Gabriel is very strong, apparently.
I guess so. I mean, he has no strength without those QTEs, mind you.
That is his real power. Shadow magic, light magic, fuck that shit. The power of QTE trumps all.
Make haste, my love. Reclaim the power before it is lost.
Oblivion. Sempiternam. Daemonis.
Oh well, you want to come up with an all-powerful mask, that's the name for it. Also the Cyclone boots, man. Hell yeah. Actually pretty snazzy footwear. What that does is it allows you to dash for short periods of time. You can do a really long jump as well. You've also unlocked some new attacks that you can use, especially in like combination with shadow magic and whatnot, but we'll be taking a look at some of those later. For the most part, the only thing you need to know is that these let you run really fast.
I don't have much more to add to that. They look pretty neat.
It is. I mean, they use it interesting ways too. Plus, combining with the Dark Gauntlet, you can do that uppercut thing there, the Flame Dragon Tail, which is straight out of Street Fighter, basically. That's essentially what the Dark Gauntlet is, by the way. Is the Street Fighter Gauntlet, okay?
Is it? I don't remember these moves from Street Fighter. Oh, okay. I know that one.
Case in point. Thank you very much. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're done with that. Let's. I forget what the fuck I was doing here, but we leave eventually.
I just want to have a victory lap, you know? I got these new boots.
Well, you gotta break them in somehow, man.
Oh, yeah. Lord of the Lycans didn't do a good job.
Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of random...
You have gained great power, but it is not enough. You must unite the two that remain. Come with me. Our time is running out.
By the way, Gabriel totally doesn't know that that's Pan. I want you to know.
I'm aware.
Spoilers, but
I'm
yeah.
aware.
I don't know what to say to that. Why is that so shoehorned in and out of the blue?
Gabriel is fighting for justice.
And the American way.
And another of
Yeah, with whips and shadow magic and... What the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, look, on a more coherent note, remember this wall that we couldn't break down?
Yeah.
Well, now that we have shadow magic and the dash boots, activate your shadow magic, and by holding like the L2 button or whatever it is, you can dash for short periods of time and basically shoulder charge shit. And do
Maybe
that.
you can break down this wall with enough American power.
American power. Good God. Oh yeah, more Jesus Ray exploit. That also happened to cause a connection error.
You gotta fix that shit, dude. Come on.
I don't know if you can use this to glitch the game entirely, but with these Brotherhood arcs, you can do the Jesus Ray. I'll just call it the Jesus glitch from now on, I guess. There's no better term for it. But performing the Jesus glitch, you can open it and still run away. So there's got to be some way to like glitch the game with that. I haven't found it yet.
I'm sure someone's gonna be offended by the name Jesus Glitch. Just
Yeah,
so you
well,
know.
fuck them. Get a sense of humor. Also, yeah, the three towers, that one little Brotherhood arc that we can't reach. Well, now we can dash and launch ourselves off there and reach it. Cool. Plus, it's a good thing there's no fall damage because, yeah, fuck. That's a pretty big jump.
Dude, whoever puts fall damage in their any game, basically, they're the worst. I hate fall damage.
Wait until Mirror of Fate, the sequel to this game. It has 2D fall damage.
Now, hang on a fuck. Yeah, I was about to fucking say, that's 2D. That's inexcusable. And it's a Castlevania game. What the hell?
You'll see when I get around to it, or you could watch like the better LP of it now by Evil whatever, but still. Regardless. Anyway, hey, yeah, that's it. We've done all that. It's we went back, we got all the shit that we can. We can now forever forget the land of the Lycans. Thank God. The worst part of the game is officially over.
I'm happy for this. That was actually okay.
See, yeah, the boss fight was pretty good, man. It's just leading up to it was shit.
I'm happy we never have to see... Well, we'll see a few Lycans, I guess.
A couple Lycans, but nothing major. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Chapter 4 is another short one as well. It's only two stages long. It's 2 actual stages this time, instead of just, one being a boss fight, but with the added twist that there's boss fights at the end of both of them. Nifty.
Why? I can't get over it, dude. Go from 5 levels to 9 levels to 2 to 2.
Arsenics, look, man, I know people don't like these weird, like, one-word answers, so let me sum it up to you in 3 words, okay?
Okay.
Lords of Shadow. Lords of Shadow. That's it.
Ah.
Anything wrong with this series, you can just say Lords of Shadow. Everyone will automatically know what you're talking about, dude. It's all good. See you for Chapter 4. Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm kind of hopeful for once. I'm looking forward to the next chapter.
Well, it's interesting, but it also introduces one of the more annoying gimmicks of the game. Plus, now, here, bonus fact here before we call this quits. I know this is dragging on, but bonus factoid here. The gimmick is voiced by Kojima himself in the Japanese version. I'll let you stew on that for a little bit.
I have no idea what to expect anymore.
Yeah, you still won't even after you see it, believe me, you won't understand it. Anyway, catch y'all next time for Chapter 4.
But that does sound like a Kojima thing, to be honest.
Later, people.
Bye.